Welcome to How to Avoid Common Financial Mistakes and Build Wealth. If you are listening right now, it means you care about your financial future. And let me tell you something, that decision, to stop and pay attention, is already a sign that you're ahead of most people. Many go through life without ever questioning why money slips through their hands so easily. They blame luck, destiny, the government, or even their family. But the truth is, wealth is not about luck. Wealth is about choices. Small, daily, sometimes boring choices, repeated over time. Let's start with a question. Do you know exactly how much you spent yesterday? Last week? Last month? Most people don't. And that's the first trap, financial blindness. Imagine you are driving a car at night with no headlights. That's what it feels like to live without tracking your money. Maria, a schoolteacher, thought she was careful. At the end of each month, she had nothing left. When she finally tracked her expenses, she discovered she was spending over $150 a month just on delivery coffee. That's almost $2,000 a year. By simply cutting that habit in half, she created her first savings account. Now let's talk about debt, the silent thief. Debt is easy to get into, but very hard to escape. There's good debt, like a mortgage that builds equity or a student loan that increases your earning power. But bad debt, credit card debt, payday loans, buying things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. That's poison. John, for example, owed $8,000 across 5 credit cards. Minimum payments were eating up all his money. He felt trapped. Then he discovered the avalanche method. He focused every extra dollar on the card with the highest interest rate. In 2 years, he saved $2,300 in interest and paid off his debt faster than he thought possible. But here's the truth. Even without debt, life happens. Your car breaks down, you lose a job, a medical emergency comes. That's why you need an emergency fund. Think of it as a financial shield. Start small, even $500 can make a difference. The real goal is 3 to 6 months of expenses. Sarah, for instance, lost her job during the pandemic. She had saved $4,000 in her emergency fund. For 4 months, she survived without panic, without loans, and without begging. That money gave her dignity. Now, once you are out of survival mode, you must move toward growth. And that's where investing comes in. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Why? Because money makes money, and then that money makes more money. Imagine planting a tree. At first, it's small. But year after year, it grows, and eventually, it bears fruit. If you invest $100 per month at an average return of 8%, in 30 years you'll have $135,000. But if you wait 10 years to start, you'll end up with less than half. The message is clear. Time is more powerful than money. But here's another danger: lifestyle inflation. Every time people earn more, they spend more. They get a raise and immediately buy a bigger car, a bigger house, the latest gadgets. But wealth is not built by spending more, it's built by keeping your expenses stable while your income grows. Carlos doubled his salary in 5 years, but he kept driving the same car and living in the same apartment. Today, he has investments worth over $100,000. He sacrificed temporary pleasure for long-term freedom. Now let's talk about income. Relying on one paycheck is risky. Imagine standing on one leg for hours, eventually, you'll fall. That's what depending on a single income feels like. Wealthy people build multiple streams of income: side hustles, online businesses, rental properties, dividends from stocks. Linda, a nurse, started selling homemade cakes online. At first, she made $200 a month. 3 years later, her small business brings in $2,500 monthly, more than her salary. She no longer fears losing her job. But here's the hidden truth: money is not only math. It's psychology. Most people spend emotionally, not logically. They buy out of fear, boredom, envy, or the need to belong. In investing, fear makes them sell when prices drop, and greed makes them buy when prices rise. Wise investors stay calm. During a crash, one investor panicked and sold everything, losing $20,000. Another stayed calm, waited, and doubled his money 5 years later. Wealth is not about being perfect. It's about avoiding common mistakes, making small improvements, and being consistent. If you track your expenses, avoid bad debt, build an emergency fund, invest early, resist lifestyle inflation, and create multiple income streams, you will not only build wealth but also peace of mind. Remember this: wealth is built slowly. It's not a lottery ticket, it's not a gamble, it's not luck. It's a daily habit. Every dollar you save, every debt you avoid, every investment you make, is a seed for your future. Plant enough seeds, and one day, you'll sit in the shade of your own financial forest. So start today, even if it's just $10, even if it's one small habit. Because the best time to build wealth was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. This is your story. This is your future. Choose wisely.